Hi, if you're dating and you're over 60 and you're wondering what's going on in the dating world, I am going to share some of my experience recently going through this. And the number one way is online dating, and it's really important to take it seriously. I think it's really important to know really what your goal is. Is your goal to find a partner? Is your goal to get comfortable reaching out? And like get really, really clear on your goal and also really clear on what you're looking for. And I would take this whole online dating things really seriously and write a really good profile, put really good pictures, because those are the things that stand out. And I actually had a really good experience with online dating. I want to say I started in June or July. And, my goal was just to kind of put myself out there and get comfortable and actually trust my intuition along the way. And what was interesting is like, people would respond and there would be a match and then I'd reply. And boy, there were times that I could just feel like something wasn't right there. And then in a day, it'd be like, this person's been taken off your list for whatever reason. So I think if you're going to go into online dating, don't look at every like as, you're going to be changing your last name. Not that you change your last name this part of the journey. Anyway, I certainly wouldn't. But I do think take it seriously and write a really good profile and really get clear what you're looking for and energetically put that out. I think the other thing that's important at our age is how do we take some of this slow and how do we know when to have a conversation with somebody, know when to not have a conversation, know when to step away from the situation. Again, I think online dating it's number one. I think it's important to go out after it. And I can tell you what I learned. I learned what my boundaries were. I learned what my bullshit meter was. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. I learned to trust what I was feeling. And I had actually had some really great experience and met some really nice men, but they weren't men that I wanted to actually date. But what was interesting is it just kind of gave me the confidence to be out there and be comfortable meeting people and replying and go, no, I don't really want to talk on the phone. Let's meet for coffee and all that. So if you're 60 and you're wanting to get in a relationship and you're not involved in online dating, my suggestion is to start Google searching which one fits your personality, your price range, and all of that. I think it's really important. What was interesting out of this for me is that it actually just opened me up to being more open elsewhere. And whether that was connecting with people or people that I'd see in environments or something like that, it just really opened the door for me. So I ask you to, really look at, if you're in your 60s and you want to be dating and you want to be in a relationship, it's imperative that you get yourself out there. But I would say know your parameters and who you are, what you're looking for. Don't just post a bunch of pictures and don't write a profile. I mean, seriously, there were so many men that reached out to me that didn't have a profile. It's like, if you don't have the time to write a profile, what's your level of accountability? I don't know. That's where I went anyway. And for those of you that are following me, my journey into online dating and getting in a relationship was not a straight journey. I am not the person that got married young and, went through all this. I've had the bumpy road. I've had the starter marriage. I've dated the train wrecks. I mean, whatever. But I think it's really about an inward journey. And I think when I started taking that seriously, things started opening up for me. So if you are someone that likes what I'm saying and can, really empathize with it and go, yeah, this is kind of where I'm at. I am going to be opening my coaching. Will have my email in the description. I would love to work with you. Again, this is all about my experience and how I got from craziness career, 18-year marriage, and then afterwards. And I'm actually in a relationship now. It's new. And again, this is not what it's about, but I've just learned so much and I'm still learning so much on a daily basis going through that. So anyway, I would love to work with you. Anyway, thank you, subscribe, and I will see you again.